Now this one's very unpopular. Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for Southampton content for a little bit of a different video. Of course, we're on our very, very long break between games, given the fact that obviously we're not in the FA Cup and there's an international break next week. So obviously to keep this channel alive, we're going to have some videos come out this week and the next 2 weeks, just regarding Southampton. And to start that off, I asked you guys on Twitter for some unpopular opinions. That's obviously something that's trending on the internet right now regarding Southampton. So got my laptop here, we're going to have a look at some of them. Now starting off, Dan James has put, Ralph Kruger has done a very good job. The club is stronger than it's ever been off the pitch, IMO, obviously in my opinion. And he's got a fair point, he's got a very fair point. The club financially are in a pretty decent position. We're not in this sort of position where it looks like we'll go into liquidation anytime soon, bankruptcy, anything like that. Financially stable, so you have to agree with him in that sense. Obviously he's not a very popular figure in the club still, given the sort of transfer business of late, over the last couple of summers. Obviously more about the players that we've brought in as sort of opposed to the players that have gone. Yeah, and I can see where he's coming from. I do think it's an unpopular opinion, only because of the sort of attitude towards Kruger, but you know, he got Hasenhüttl in. That's the thing, he got Hasenhüttl in, so fair play to him for that. The club is stronger than it's ever been off the pitch. Saying that, he's got a point as well. Obviously over the last 10 years we've gone from absolute hell to pretty stable Premier League side with the TV money that's coming in. So yeah, no, it's hard to disagree with that. Our editor Joe Mason has put, very simply, don't rent the Mina. Yeah, personally disagree with that one, mate. I don't think he'll be getting in the team though. That's a fair point. Still a quality footballer. His dribbling's excellent, unreal skill. So yeah, that one I disagree. That one I disagree with, but I don't think it's unpopular. To be fair, I think a lot of fans actually do think that. Hassan, big supporter of the channel, put Van Dijk doesn't deserve the amount of stick he gets from our fans. That is something I agree with. Obviously he left on his own terms. I do disagree with what he said a few weeks ago about how he gave everything to Southampton, especially in his last season, or half season really. He didn't. He played absolutely crap what was it, the Pellegrino season just before his move to Liverpool. And yeah, that statement from him I disagreed with, but overall I think he just had to go. He was always going to go. Whether it was that summer in January, the following summer, he was always going to leave soon. And yeah, players leave. That's the club we are. He doesn't really deserve the stick. I think the nature in which it happened, so obviously originally putting in the transfer request, I do think that was wrong, being public about it. But yeah, I don't think he deserves as much criticism as people give him. John Weeks from the Breeze radio station, if you may know that, has put, we haven't had a proper striker since Gully, obviously meaning Gully de Prado. This is some of the replies are funny, especially this, well, Pella, and that's very true from SFC Callum. Pella probably is our most recent proper striker, but no, Gully de Prado did have everything. But obviously, if we had him now, I think a lot of our fans would be giving him a lot of stick. But no, that's fair enough. Unpopular, it has to be said, but obviously that's the point. Yeah, no, interesting point there. Mark Perez put, the kit this season is not very good. I think he's probably referring to the home kit, to which I disagree. I think it's very nice. I think it's nicer than the one we had last year. I wasn't a fan of last year's one because we're stripes and it was just a big white block and then stripes. And it wasn't stripes. And obviously the season before that you had the sort of chest thing, like bra kind of thing, which was really weird. So I think personally, I think it's the nicest home kit we've had since the Adidas Viho one. What season was that? 15-16. So yeah, I disagree with that. unpopular as well. I think a lot of people liked it when it was first got leaked. People obviously thought it was ugly because it was uneven, and people just like to have a moan, don't they? I think the third kit is shocking, like absolutely disgusting. But the away kit is just absolutely, it's beautiful. It's so pain. Bungle's bollocks. Puts on top form. Forster is our best keeper. Now that's definitely an unpopular opinion. But what I think, I can definitely see where Bungle's bollocks is has made. I can see where he's coming from, because if you think about the Forster that kept 6 consecutive clean sheets after coming back from an ACL injury, he was better than McCarthy in his prime. He's better than what Gunn is at the moment. Gunn's playing very well. Obviously a lot better than Forster after that run for the following sort of season and a half, almost 2 seasons. I can see where he's coming from, but unpopular. Joseph or Valiant Valerie puts Valerie is better than Cedric. I know. I don't think that's as unpopular as you may think. He obviously must be in the eyes of Hasenhüttl if Cedric was sent out on loan. But Cedric will be coming back in the summer. Whether he's sold, I don't know, or sent out on loan again. But yeah, I think Valerie's the number 1 now. I think he's first choice for next season. I think Cedric's on his way out. Mark Fergie says Yoshida still isn't very good, but he'll do for now. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I like Yoshida. I always have. I always will. He's been loyal to the club. Well, people say he's been loyal, but has he actually had an option away? He's never been good enough to go to a big club. Not even Liverpool have been interested in him. But I think he's doing. Yeah, I can agree with the bit where he says he'll do for now, because I think he's doing a good job. But I was having this chat with a couple of people, Barber, friends, things like people like that. Obviously all Southampton fans, saying that I think next season, assuming we stay up and Hasenhüttl stays, we'll be going to the 4-2-2-2 that he used at Leipzig. It's only because we're so appalling defensively at the moment. We have to use 5 at the back. But I think come next season we'll be going back to 4, and I think that's where we'll see Yoshida come out of it, and then really see Vestergaard and Bednarek solidify as a partnership. Steve Barrett puts Ralph Kruger is the right man for the job when looking at expanding Saints FC globally. Now I think that is quite unpopular. Obviously Ralph Kruger isn't the best figure at the football club, but I do have to say that, you know, and I've said it before, obviously when we appointed him, fair play to Kruger for getting Hasenhüttl without a DFF. That was very shrewd, very good work. But yeah, I can't agree with that one, only because when you say globally, it's sort of North America and that's it. He's got, I think he's got a business brain, but not really for football. Because he's a hockey man. That's the thing. His main sort of asset is hockey. So expanding us as a football club globally, I'm not too sure about that. But obviously that's the point of this video, unpopular opinions. Matt Darnell put VVD was the best player to ever play for us. Yeah, that's very unpopular. Well, let's think of a couple players I think are better than Van Dijk. Defensive wise, I don't actually think many are in there. Some may say Ludovan, but that's obviously because he was our massive. That's because he was at the club for so long, and he's still obviously a Southampton fan if you follow him on Twitter, because he's called Saint Skipper. But yeah, Letizia, Shearer, Walcott. Actually no, Walcott definitely not. Forget about Walcott. Bale. You could even argue Mane, but at the moment obviously Van Dijk's getting a load of hype. But yeah, no, we just can't agree with that one. Unpopular opinion, as it should be. Now this one's very unpopular. Stuart Clark at Somerset Saints 7 put Mark Hughes didn't get enough time. Wow, that is very, very bold statement. 9 points from 14 games isn't enough time, plus however many we got in the back end of last season. Yeah, I think he was given too much. I can see where he's coming from. Obviously, at some times it did look like we're gonna go and sort of build on, but it just never happened under him. Yeah, I think that's the most unpopular out of the lot so far. Even the GIF from Marshall replying other friendly teams. Yeah, nah, that's shocking. Matt LC at Space Invader 810 puts Redknapp wasn't at fault for Yar being relegated, so I assume he's not a Southampton fan. Let's have a look at profile. I can't work out, he might be. But yeah, that's not important, obviously. Yeah, it wasn't a great team, was it? But I think he was massively at fault. That one will be very unpopular because obviously he's not the best. He's not the most well-liked person down on the south coast, especially when he was on I'm a Celebrity this year. There were a lot of fans voting him to eat sheep bollocks, but or whatever they eat on I'm a Celeb, kangaroo bollocks even. Yeah, that one's unpopular as well. Alright, and then last up, Chris Allen has put Forster over Gunn over McCarthy. Now that is quite unpopular if we're talking about straight facts right now. If we're talking about prime form, maybe that's fair, but Forster shouldn't be in the equation at the moment, and he's not playing. And I don't know if you've seen any of the highlights for him for the under-23s recently, especially against Reading. Oh my god, it's just appalling. But yeah, Gunn definitely over McCarthy. I said it all season, but I've said it most of the season, and obviously Gunn's now getting his chance, but yeah, Forster should not be in the equation. Another unpopular opinion, which I'm glad to see. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it and would like to see more like these, where it's sort of more parody, and getting you guys involved a bit more via social media, do let us know in the comment section below, or let us know on social media, Instagram or Twitter, and we can definitely get some more videos like this out before the next game, which is obviously Brighton in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet already. We've surpassed 250 subscribers, which we're really happy about. Obviously that's a quarter of our total of 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000 as soon as possible. Leave the video a like if you haven't yet already. Go follow us on social media as well, and we'll see you very soon.